Recording? You hear me?
Yep.
Hear me good? Can you still hear me?
Yep.
Good. All right. Alrighty, Molly just came in for board and train. Did a little session with her when she got here, just moving her around the leash. And we're going to do more of the same. But I'm also going to start setting some boundaries here. Number one is this crate. She's trying to just come out, so she's going to go back in. She's got to learn to be patient, right? So I don't let her get anywhere. She tried to rush her way out. She's got to learn this crate threshold work. She might already know it, but she's trying to push some boundaries right away. Good. So we stop that, right? Get the leash set, and now we're going to go for a walk. She knows a little bit about leash work. She's been doing some work with another trainer already, so it's going to be helpful. But we're going to start forcing some rules and getting a little bit more cooperation out of her. Sit. Let's go. So I'm not going to let her pull me around or just go do whatever she wants to do. She's got to move with me. She's got to pay attention. This isn't do whatever you want land, kid. Sit. Nope. Sit. Right, so just because I open the door doesn't mean she can take it. Right, I want her to be patient. Nope. Sit. I want her to hold the sit and be patient. She shows patience, we can go. And this is stuff that I start right away with dogs here. It's not tiny little bits of pieces we do a little at a time. It's tiny little bits and pieces that we do to get the dog thinking. Nope, sit. Let's go. I'll give her a chance to potty here before we start walking. See if she has any interest. New place. I mean, she's been here once before for a workshop, but new place for the most part, so she's going to be sniffing, checking things out. I mean, this is what potty breaks should look like too. Like, I'm not just letting her pull me anywhere she wants to go. I'll let her find a spot, but I'm not going to let her take me. Like when she was over here, she tried to pull me this way. I'm not going to let her do that. Right, she wants to pull me that way. Not going to happen. Prevent her from doing it. She wants to pull that way. Not going to happen. Right, so I block that behavior so she's not just winning these little victories for herself all the time and self-rewarding for poor behavior. She wants to move that way, we can go that way together, but she's not going to do it on her own. This is just typical board and train stuff. She thinks Jamie's playing. Let's go, kid.
I'm going to bite the camera.
puppy. We're just gonna go for a walk and see if I can get her settled in next to me. She starts making mistakes, like going without me. I do a 180, get her back following me again. All right, so right away, developing consistency with all the thresholds coming out, setting that rule, setting that boundary with her, getting her to understand that. Starts on day one. And then not pulling on the leash and being with me. Right, we do that on potty breaks, walks, everything. Right, it's always about being with me, learning how to take my guidance and not just doing whatever it is you want to do. She found a mole maze. Let's go. What's up, dude? Nice clean truck. Should get that on camera because it's never going to look like that again. That's my brother. For anyone watching this that doesn't know that. All right, a little bit of potty. Yeah, get that potty action. All right, so pottying is a reward for the dog. It's a relief. If I let her pull on the leash to find her potty spot, she gets rewarded for pulling on the leash. So that's why I find it important. Nope, come on. That the dog walks with me, even though it's a potty break. They gotta move with me. They can't just do whatever they want. So then if they're aware of me and they're doing their job on the leash and they find their potty spot, can see what kind of mindset you'll reward versus just letting them pull wherever. See how disengaged she is with me? She doesn't really care. She's moving with me to avoid leash pressure a little bit, but for the most part, she doesn't even care that she's with me. So I gotta work on changing that over time. She sees a person. Let's go. Right, so these are little struggles that I gotta start working her through. And I can start learning her and seeing what she's about. So then we can start working on these little things. We're gonna go back this way, Jamie. Nope. So there's with how strong her nose is and like looking for stuff, going back there where all the wildlife runs around, I'm gonna lose her completely. So I want to avoid that at this point and get her to move with me out front here where there's a little bit less sense going on versus back there with all the deer and stuff. So she had a little bit of a potty break. We're gonna start moving back towards the facility, get back in, and I'm actually gonna do some more leash work with her inside, but I'm potentially gonna add some rewards to it see if I can start changing her mindset a little bit about responding to leash pressure and being with her handler. For the most part, she does not give a crap that I'm here. Right? She doesn't care. She's on her own walk. I'm trying to get her to understand we're on a walk together. Right now, all I have is the leash to try and convince her of that. So I want to try and balance that out with a little bit of motivational work with some food as well, right? I mean, the leash is still motivation for the dog. They're motivated to turn off pressure, but I don't like that to be the only form of motivation if I can help it. I like to use that food, use maybe some personal play, maybe some toy play, and get some, nice positive reinforcement motivation out of the dog. Right, so like all this leash work that I'm doing here where I'm like pressure release, like that's like a nag to the dog. It's kind of irritating. But I'm trying to communicate to her that I don't want her pulling and just walking ahead. So I have that option. But then I also have the, the turning and stuff like that and changes of direction. So I try to utilize all of that, but I don't like to do this much leash work all the time. I want the dog to just willingly be following. So we're going to work on that. Sit. Let's go in, kid. Sit. Sit. Let's go. Sit. Sit. Let's go. She can't have chicken, is the only thing she can't have, so try a couple of this salmon stuff here. She starts responding to leash pressure with this. I'm going to reward. Now I got food on me, so now she's already like looking for food, so I'm going to ignore her. And I want her thinking that she can just like beg for food and I'll give it to her. I want her to specifically respond to something else. Yes. Now she doesn't really know what she got rewarded for, potentially, so she's not going to continue to offer it. But I'm going to reward any sort of movement into me, yes, that she makes on her own, instead of having to use leash pressure all the time. But I will also use leash pressure to get her to move into me or move with me, and then when she makes the choice to move with me better on her own, yes, I'll mark and reward that. Yes. All right, so she turned, there was no leash pressure there, mark and reward that. Yes. These little moments. Now she's staring at me. That's probably Delilah. Now I don't want her following me to beg food. I want her following me to be working with me. So she's going to my food hand side, right? She knows it's been coming from my right hand, so she's trying to cut around there and follow that side. I don't want that. Yes. You can't go that way. Oh, you moved it. Yes. Good girl. So it's, boring work. The beginning here is not like that much going on. I'm just like moving around my big room aimlessly. Yes. But trying to get her to stay focused on me at the same time. It's important. If she's not paying attention to me, I can't get her to do anything. Right? I can't ask her to do anything if she is not listening or focused, aware of what's going on. More awareness I build up, I can get more out of her. Now what I'm going to do is we're going to, as soon as Allie gets back in, we're going to go back outside and see what kind of difference we made in her, just with a little bit of food work here, and adding in some rewarding specific behaviors and getting her to understand that. Yes. So let's go outside again. Be back in like 5 minutes. Sit. Let's go. Sit. Let's go. Nope. Sit. Let's go. So we'll see what this walk looks like from the other one. Yes. Right, she's back to sniffing again. Yes. So when she makes a different choice, she'll get rewarded instead of letting herself reward with the sniffing the whole time. Right, all this sniffing is self-rewarding for the dog. If I allow her to practice that, then she's going to be continually rewarding herself for not focusing on me. Yes. If I can get her to pay attention every time her head drops. It's all wait. I like this. This is nice. But I don't necessarily need her staring at me. But every time she checks out, if I can get her to refocus on me, yes, I can reward those moments. Stop getting her to seek reward elsewhere all the time. Yes. All right, nice choices. I got to reward those. Yes. She hears noises. She looked back, but she responded nice to a little bit of leash pressure. A lot better than she did earlier. Starting to change her mindset about being with me. Look at that. She's just like staring at me now. She wants more rewards, but that's fine. She's got to understand how to do this. That's a good girl. That's good. And I can just encourage it like that too, right? I don't have to pay her all the time. She's got some training on her already. Just needs to get refined and operated a little bit more consistently so we can start changing her mindset on being on leash and all sorts of stuff. There's other things going on too, right? But the cooperation starts here. Yes, good girl. She actually went to sniff there and then made the choice to be with me instead, so I marked that and rewarded it. Now, if you see, I'm on the sidewalk and I'm just pacing. I'm not pacing because I'm on camera, I'm pacing because this is how I get her to pay attention to me, is by staying in a small space. She can't do it here. She's not going to do it on a straight walk around the building a half a mile. So I got to start small and work up to the big stuff. Hey, it's a good girl, right? She just turned with me, no leash pressure. I reward that. Let her know I like that. She lost focus there. Good girl. Reward that. Nice way to start developing a working relationship with the dog. Some nice leash communication, a little bit of reward work, and start building cooperation sooner rather than later. Good girl. I don't have any more food. I ran out. I'm sorry. Sit. And away we go. Over here. Sit. Let's go. You can see she's already doing the doorways a lot better. Sit. For me. Good, let's go. So we've just done like, I don't know, 20 repetitions of it. I don't know how many times we went through doors. You guys can watch the video and count it, but every doorway is the same, right? Patience, we go through. She's starting to understand that. It's just repetition work. Sit. Let's go. Now I put her up, back in the crate, and on we go with the day. Good girl, let's go. Crate. So she's back in the crate now. She'll get a nice little break, because that was a lot of thinking she had to do, and like learning is hard, so it's exhausting for dogs. So I don't know how long that was, but got some success, built up some cooperation, built up more awareness, and I give her a break, and now I do other dog stuff. But your sessions can be kind of like that, right? And getting the dog to just move on from trying to self-reward all the time and getting them to be a little bit more aware of you is, you know, very simple. It's just using your leash work and using your reward work and your markers and understanding how to combine all that. Hey, shush up over there, chatty. So good luck, guys. We'll keep you posted on Molly's progress. This is honestly day one. She's been here for like 3 or 4 hours, so that's her second session. All right, see you guys.